What's going on, guys? Profeshor Kaosh here, and welcome to a tutorial. I mentioned this in the KaoshKraft Let's Play. In my nether tunnel, I have something exactly like this. So the minecarts come in, and then I've got this split at the end. So when one minecart comes in, it goes over this detector rail, goes through here, and this rail right here switches over to the left. And then if another cart is right behind it, it'll switch it again and send this cart over to the right. And so then you don't get any of that bumping into each other at the end of a Minetrack, and it's just, it looks good and it seems a little bit more professional to me. I just thought it was a good idea and I came up with it myself. It's probably not a super original idea, but I just thought I'd show you guys how to build it since it's useful. And there's another part of it that's even more useful. But I guess I'll show you how to do it right, or show you how it works first. I'll show you how to do it second. So, over here, this is our working model. We need to send carts over to that. So if we start over here, get in the cart and press the button, and we go down the track, go over the detector rail, flips the switch, and we go over here. And so then if we go down again, it should flip us the other direction. So get in the cart, press the button, going down the cart and detector rail, and it switches. Woo! So this is what I've come up with to just address a small issue that I just think is a minor annoyance, but I thought this was a pretty cool solution. So let's look at how it works before we build it. The detector rail sends a signal to this awesome T flip-flop. To explain how this works, I guess I built this little demonstration. So here we have a button with a redstone line to a door. And so it works just as you'd imagine. Opens the door, but only for a second. It only pulses for just barely. And if any of you have seen any of our adventure maps, me and Biggs, you'll know that we we hate these little contraptions where you've got just a button next to an iron door. It's so annoying. Use a switch if you're going to do that, or use this awesome T flip-flop. So a button only sends a pulse, but a switch or a lever sends a constant signal. So on or off. There's no pulsing of a signal and then turning off. Over here though, we can use a button to act like a switch. So the button sends a signal to this T flip-flop, and which then the T flip-flop sends a constant signal out. So the pulse sends a signal in, switches that signal, and sends it out constant. And it's amazing. You can use this for all sorts of things. I used it in this example, but I'm sure you guys come up with all sorts of great piston doors and all sorts of crazy stuff. So if you need a cool little compact switch, this is the one for you. I'll show you how to build it in just a second. So the signal sends it to this, and then it sends a constant signal all the way over to this Minetrack rail right there. And then it switches it on or off. And that's basically how it works. It's pretty simple, but I thought it was a pretty effective use of it. So over here is a replica of my little area in the nether tunnel. Let's first streamline this. I don't like having buttons right behind you, having to turn around in the cart and look up. So I usually put mine across from the track. So to do that, just break some dirt here, and then so underneath this block right here, place your redstone, and then make it go all the way around and point at this rail right here. So then you can go down a block and do it, but I decided just to go down one block. But so then the signal goes all the way around and straight to that powered rail so that your minecart gets off. And this powered rail needs to be next to a block in order for it to work, so plan accordingly. So then when I press that, it turns on. Sweet. And all I need is a pulse, so I don't need a flip-flop for that one. And we'll do the same on this side real quick, just to get you guys set up. So now we have functioning powered rails over here. And then this is my setup. I've got two rails on either side and then the flipped rail in the middle. You can do this however you'd like, but this is how my setup is currently. So from this rail right here, from this flipped rail right there, you go 11 blocks that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then place your detector rail on that 11th block. I put an extra powered rail right here so that I can gain some speed. So that's why that's there. But this detector rail, it is that far away because that's how far I've tested and made sure that you have enough time when I'm going down the track to get the rail switched before you get there, because otherwise it will switch afterwards and that's not as useful. So once you've got that set up, now I went left from the rail facing my entrance right there, and then I dig out 3 blocks and then dig a 3x3 from that and go down 1 as well. So 3x3 area right there, down 2. Place your redstone across this 1 high area and then go down 1. And then place a block. This is how you do the T flip-flop switch. So a block and then a redstone torch on the side of that block with 2 redstone next to that, pointing away, and then we have a repeater facing towards this block and then 1 facing away from it. So this is a pretty recent addition to Minecraft. It's repeater lock, I guess it's called, where the repeater sends a signal, and if the signal is on, it locks this repeater into whatever state it's in. And so it's really handy for the T flip-flop, so that the signal comes in, pulses, and sends a signal into this one, turns it on or off, but then this sends a quick signal to keep it on or off. And so that works great. You need to right-click these 3 times, send it on the 4th tick. Some people name it the 3rd, 4th, whatever. Just right-click it 3 times to get it to the furthest position on both of them, and then you're done. That's your T flip-flop. And so now we can connect it over to our rail. So that we don't interact with these circuits, we need to go down 1. So go down 1 and then over around. I just have a torch underneath this powered rail to keep it on, but we need to make our way over underneath that rail, and that one is right here. And so we place a redstone torch underneath that one, and then redstone leading to / away from that into our T flip-flop. So then we've got it all connected up. The detector rail will send a signal, and then the signal will be kept on or off and send it all the way to this detector rail. And so now we should be all set up. Let's go over and test it. So this is one small caveat, if you will, of this design, is that if you're the first person here and you've got 2 minecarts here, notice which way this is facing, because if you get in this rail or this cart and try and go, you'll just go straight into that minecart. So you need to take this one first before you take that one. That's the one small thing that's it's a minor annoyance, but I think it's fine. So I get in this one because it's facing this way so that I can get out, and then press the button, go, and then this detector rail should flip the... Oh, I don't think it worked. What happened? Okay, it sends the signal over. Oh, that's the problem. Sorry, guys. This redstone needs to lead into this block. If it's leading to the side of it, it won't activate that torch. Sorry, minor problems. Okay, let's try that again. So if we come back here, so now it's facing that way, so we need to take this one. So we go down, then detector rail, and then flip switch. Yay! It worked. And so then if we take another one, so say someone else is coming behind us, we go down the rail, detector switch, and it flips. Woo! And so that is my working model of a, guess, simple minecart switch so that you guys don't run into each other going down a rail. That's all I needed to tell you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this mini tutorial, and feel free to use this T flip-flop anywhere and use it often because it is so amazing. I like buttons better than switches, and yeah, it's great. So feel free to use that whenever and wherever, and this is just a cool little example of how to use that in a minecart situation. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in another video.